today a chance for us to explore music. The video will be short and there'll be a few of them, but this little one will introduce our experiment, if you will. We're going to have a listening experiment. And it's not really so much an experiment as an excuse for me to get you to listen to more and more and more music. As you know, the channel's about getting better at our music. So I feel one of the things that as musicians that we don't do enough of is listening to lots of music, particularly varied. Like, you know, we get into Bill Evans and then we listen to Bill Evans forever. No harm in Bill Evans, of course, but we want to spread around a bit. So what we're doing is trying to push that with this very interesting thought and concept of history being reflective of, sorry, not reflective of, history being reflected in the music, or music being reflective of the history that is going on around it at the times that it's composed, produced, played. So what we have done and learned to do, I've been doing this for a while, is it's quite fun to work your way back through a decade, listening to the songs in a backward order, if you will. You know, like for instance, the first one will go from 2019 and it'll work its way back to 2010, and it'll have songs, and you'll hear a shift in what people were listening to, what was going on. Now, that is fun to do, but if you place alongside it the thoughts of the world events that were going on at the time, it makes it even more fun. In fact, it can be quite expanding, and you get this whole idea of how music is so reflective of us as a species, or as people, the human condition, if you will. You know, music says a lot without being attached to any form of politics or any form of genre. Sorry, not genre, gender. So anyway, it's time to put your coffee on. I want you to enjoy your listening, and so I've created these playlists, 10 of them, therefore we're going back over 100 years of music. Alongside each playlist will be a little introduction talking about a few points of history that were taking place in that decade. Now, some of them will of course be music technology and what's taken place there, like the advance of 32 track recording, that sort of thing. A lot of them will be actual technology, because that pushed things on a lot in all sorts of areas, like, you know, when television came about. Some will be world events, good and bad, showing disasters and all sorts of things. Some will be space exploration, as we have grown as a species. We've got all the way out to Pluto now, so that's pretty cool. Some will be movies, good and bad. And that's probably opinionatic, really. You know, I love some movies that other people hate, so, you know, and we probably all feel the same way. So some will be movies, and some will just be some random shit, you know, just so as you can have a think about what was going on at the time, be perhaps surprised about when things were invented. Like the lava lamp, look out for that. That was invented a lot earlier than I thought. I thought that was a 70s child, but no, earlier. Anyway, the whole idea is to expand our listening in a wide and varied. So these playlists are long. That's why I'm suggesting, you know, put on the coffee, sit down and enjoy yourself. Relax, take some time. Now, excuse me, some of the playlists are a little challenging, shall we say. I've purposely put in artists that are different from other artists, and the idea is here to expand. I, for instance, did not like Bartok when I first heard Bartok, and really didn't get why people wanted to listen to Bartok. and now, because I've persevered, I've heard pieces grow with musicians playing them and learning them, and I love Bartok. I love his rhythms. I get him now. So it really is so good for you to expand and to listen to stuff that you don't necessarily like in the first place. Listen, then listen again. Challenge yourself. Try and persevere. The other thing you'll need to persevere with is the length. Some of these playlists are long, but that's all right. Just do a little bit. I do it on a walk. I enjoy a walk to Lyell Bay and back. That takes about an hour, and I whack a playlist on and think about the decade as I'm going. It's real fun. But you don't have to do it that way. You can just do it in chunks. You can skip movements because some include whole sonatas, which can be quite long. So therefore, just listen to the favourite movement. But as I say, challenge yourself. Listen as much as you can to things that you wouldn't ordinarily listen to, and it'll expand you as a musician and make all your composition and everything so much better. I'll see you in 2019 because that's our first introductory video covering some historical events and musical technology advancements and that sort of thing, shifts in attitude from that decade, which is the decade that we have just experienced. I hope you enjoy all this. Get into it, please comment. You'll see that I haven't covered everything. You can't. In a 10-year gap, so much has taken place. So historically, I haven't covered everything. Musically, I definitely haven't covered everything. And if you feel, hey, he's left out, please comment below. The idea is to start some conversations here about music, how it's impacted by history. It's just how valuable our music is to us. See you soon. Cheers.